Hey, what's going on, Cancer? So here's your bi-monthly love reading from September 9th to September 22nd. Remember, guys, this is just a general love reading, so just take what applies, okay? Regarding the energies, the messages that do apply, they can switch upon any given instance regarding you and the person in question for you. So the best thing to do, Cancer, just to apply that specific energy and message to that specific individual. And also, cross-watchers, go and apply the energies and messages within the same manner here. All right, Cancer. So you're coming to the reading here with the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Maybe you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn individual. The 4 cards that popped out for you are the 6 of Wands reversed, the Page of Swords, the 2 of Cups reversed, and the 8 of Swords. And for the person in question for you this week, for the person in question for you, what's wrong with me? I'm like off today. What's going on here? Is they come into the reading with the 7 of Pentacles. And the 4 cards that popped out for them. The Death card reversed. Maybe you could be dealing with a Scorpio. The 5 of Swords. The Magician. Maybe you could be dealing with an Aries. And the Fool card. Okay. All right, Cancer. I can see here, Cancer, that I feel like for some of you, you may feel smothered. Or maybe you feel like you've smothered the relationship. But I'm feeling like you, the one that feels like it was happening to you. Some of you feel smothered. And some of you just... I feel like you just felt like you couldn't manifest. I felt like you couldn't create. You couldn't like get this. I just picked up, get this off of the ground. For some of you, that may make sense. Also feel like you were not understood as well. I also feel like throughout the relationship, Cancer, you may have been misunderstood, or maybe I just picked up maybe your guys' intentions, or maybe your intentions, or their intentions. I think it's a bit of both. You guys' intentions kind of changed, I'm feeling, due to you guys not understanding each other. I'm also feeling here, Cancer, that you felt yourself like, I just picked up having to go there. Interesting. Maybe having to say certain things that you necessarily maybe didn't want to, Cancer. Maybe, you found yourself maybe having to like seek advice, I'm feeling, from like other people, or maybe from like your family members. It was almost like you had to like look outside of yourself almost for advice. And it was like, I picked up for some of you, maybe when you went outside of yourself. When I say outside of yourself, more like just externally looking for advice, people that you know. Maybe when you talked to them or spoke to them about what was going on in your relationship, maybe that backfired on you somehow. I just picked up maybe it somehow got back to a friend of the person in question for you this week. Or this month. I keep saying that. What the hell's wrong with me? Maybe that information got back to you that it got back to for the person in question for you. That maybe they heard it through the grapevine. There's something there. I think that's why I'm having trouble like getting it out. I'm feeling like you don't even know what the hell happened. For some of you that resonates with, it's like somehow it just got back to your partner. That you were talking to other people about your relationship, something like that. Also, I can see here too, Cancer. That's like you felt like tied down in the relationship. You felt like controlled. Okay, that was gonna come out. Maybe you felt controlled. Maybe you also felt like you couldn't get out of the situation, but it was more of like you were just stuck in it. What am I looking for here? Okay, you felt like you couldn't leave I'm feeling for some of you, maybe you couldn't leave the relationship because there was maybe fear involved. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I think you catch my drift. Interesting. For some of you, maybe this is I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I'm just getting what I'm going to tell you what I'm getting here. Maybe for some of you, you guys are in a same-sex relationship, and maybe that caused a lot of issues, you know, regarding like your guys' families or acceptance, something like that I'm feeling here. Maybe your guys is one of you regarding the same-sex relationship. Maybe one of you maybe one of you stepped out of the relationship with someone of the opposite sex. I hope I'm making sense here. Something, I don't know why that's coming up, but I'm just going to give you what I'm getting here, okay? For some of you, that could be it as well. That could be an aspect. For your partner, the person in question, I'm feeling like they became very stagnant in their energy. It was a lot of waiting around. It was a lot of like, they like lacked motivation. I don't know why I'm feeling that here. I'm getting that. Okay, I just picked up, maybe for some of you, it was a lot of what they were going to do, and then it was like it never happened, or their words were the opposite of their actions, and their actions were the opposite of the words. But what I'm really getting here is like, a lot of what they said they were going to do never happened. Or it always seemed like they were always waiting on something to get to the next step. That makes that effect. Yeah, like they could just never get done what they said they were going to. And it was perceived as like they were bullshitting you. I don't know why I'm picking that up here. I'm feeling like that's what maybe has led to maybe the relationship not progressing or it not changing, or maybe you guys. I just picked up maybe for some of you, you guys were maybe on the same level, or when I say level, it's more of like, you know, mind, body, spirit. You guys were on the same, you know, precipice or level at one point, and then maybe through them being stagnant, or maybe possibly you, Cancer, just depends. It's general. Being stagnant, it was like, it kind of went like this, where it was like one of you was maybe a go-getter and the other one was perceived to be, and then they really weren't. Something to that effect I'm getting here. I'm also getting here too that maybe your partner, the person in question, a lot of like selfish tendencies kind of were brought to the surface, or they kind of came out, and they were maybe more concerned about their agenda, more concerned about what they wanted to do. I just picked up, maybe for some of you, they were maybe very like nasty with your family, or just with the process in general. If it had to do with like improvement or advice that was given to them regarding improvement, it was very dismissive of them. Like they would dismiss it. They didn't really want to hear it. And I just got two, Cancer, lots coming through. I just got for some of you, maybe they went or they proceeded with illegal matters to obtain funds or something to that effect. And I'm going to leave that there. Maybe for some of you, they were very like accusatory of you maybe stepping outside of the relationship, accusing you maybe a lot of the things that you weren't doing. I don't know why the song by Keisha Cole, I Should Have Cheated, is coming up. That makes sense for some of you. I don't know why I'm also getting to here that maybe they got misery. They got misery. Excuse me. They got joy, maybe, or fulfillment out of seeing you in misery. I'm feeling here. Interesting. Or maybe they were just very secretive about the things that they were doing or the things that they were manifesting behind the scenes. I'm feeling here. You know, Cancer, there's something here too regarding your partner, the person in question. Like, maybe they would make risky investments or risky like they would do risky things, or maybe they would put their lives as well as yours or anyone else's life like in jeopardy or somehow by doing certain things that maybe could possibly really backfire on them or anyone that was involved. I'm also picking up here for some of you, maybe they were just a habitual liar at this point. I mean, damn. Sorry, Cancer. I don't mean to laugh at your situation. I'm just laughing at like everything that was coming through. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck for you, Cancer, the 10 of Wands. Burdens. It became a burden, yep. The Ace of Wands here as well you got below that. Yeah, that's interesting. Right when I saw the 10 of Wands and then the Ace of Wands, what came through was after the burdens, it's like this. This is how I kind of got it in the message that came through that I channeled right now for you. Okay, so it was like the burdens came and then the 11th, because 10, then the 11th wand came, which meant that you started something new. I'm also getting here too that when the 11th wand came, that's when it broke your back and you were like, I'm done. Something like that. I'm feeling. Wow, interesting. I'm feeling like for some of you, maybe there was a fire involved of some type. One second, Cancer. What does the fire have to do with anything? Okay, interesting. My guy just told me metaphorically, maybe they burned you in terms of like money-wise or resource-wise. And then that was like the 11th wand that came and it was like, done. It was one of those situations like something like that. I'm just throwing everything out here for you, Cancer, that I'm getting. So for your partner or the person in question, at the bottom of the deck here for them, they got the, was it the 5? Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles here. And below that, the 7 of Cups. Okay. I feel like they would, interesting, maybe for some of you, they would make decisions when they were inebriated or they were under the influence of something, which then affected, you know, obviously you in the relationship, and you were kind of left to like pick up the pieces. Or maybe they would become, I'm getting inebriated or under the influence of something like drugs, alcohol, I mean, or it could have been an addiction of any type, sex, drugs, rock and roll, freaking eating too much, cheating, it could have been anything, you know, either addiction or substance abuse or something to that effect, where when they would be under the influence of whatever it was, and then they would do like honorary things. They would do things that were really ugly and horrible, and then that ended up they pushed themselves away from everyone else because of their actions and because of them being under the influence or inebriated of some kind or how. Something like that, Cancer, I'm getting here. And I'm also getting here for you as a last message that maybe for some of you, you helped this, the person in question for you, maybe you helped them out when they were really low within their addiction or their inebriation. And then when they maybe got better or maybe it didn't get better, either it didn't get better or when it got better, one or the other, they were pushing you away, like they felt like they didn't need you anymore, like they weren't thankful or appreciative of it. Interesting, Cancer. Oh, a lot came through. It's interesting for a lot of you. If you guys would like to book a personal reading, go ahead and check the description box below. There you'll find my contact email, our Facebook page, a link to the Facebook page, and also a link to Facebook Messenger where I can be held or got a hold of there as well. Do me a favor, Cancer, if this reading resonated with you some kind or somehow, go ahead and tap the thumbs up or like button for me to let me know, okay? And also feel free to comment, share, and to subscribe to the channel. If you are not already subscribed, also tap the bell to turn it red, so you guys can be immediately notified of any uploads or new readings that I upload to the channel or if I'm ever live with in the future. Also, Cancer, check out the monthly generalship readings that I uploaded for a spiritual approach regarding your guys' circumstances. All right, Cancer. Yeah, I was like, that was enough. That was the 11th one. I'm done. All right, Cancer. We'll see you.